Hello students, welcome to Royal Palace online classes. Today I am going to discuss about work, power and energy. I will give a small idea about work, power and energy which you have already studied in your 9th standard. What is work, what is power, what is energy, just we will have a small glance. Work. So in last class and last videos I explained about force. According to person called Newton, if you apply some force, body will move. Body will move. So it undergo a small displacement delta x, or you can take it as S. So the product of work, the product of force and displacement and cos of the angle between force and displacement is called work. This is Fs cos theta. Fs cos theta, this is work done. Work is said to be done. Work is said to be done when a force is applied on a body and makes it to move through certain displacement. If the body is displaced through certain displacement, yes, we can say that work is said to be done. And work will be 0 when F is equal to 0, when F is equal to 0, and when S is equal to 0, and also when theta is equal to 90 degrees. When theta is equal to 90 degrees only, we can say that work is done. That means, let us assume this is a body. This body, if I apply some force, it is moving forward. Okay, it is moving forward. When it is moving forward, some displacement we are getting. That displacement we call it as when work displacement is happened, then only we can say that work is done. If I am not applying force, according to person called Newton, body will not move. If I apply force perpendicularly like this, body will not move. So work is said to be done when a force is applied on a body and displaces it to a certain displacement. That means when it is moves to a certain displacement. So when displacement is there, then only work is said to be done. The body is not moving, there is no work. And next, positive work and negative work. Positive work. Positive work. Positive work means it depends upon the value of cos theta. Cos 0, 90, cos 90, 0, again from 90 to 180, again from 90 to 180, sorry 90 to 180 as well as 180 to 270, cos values are negative, then again it is positive. If theta lies between 0 to 90 degrees or less than, just less than 90 degrees, 0 to less than 90 degrees, work done is positive, work is positive. If theta lies between, if theta lies between 90 to greater than 90 degrees to less than 270, that means 270 will get 0 now, it is negative. Work will be negative. So you can write work is negative. If theta lies from greater than 270 to 360, again work will be positive. So when you are getting negative, when it is 90 to 180, in case of frictional force, what is friction you will study in regular PUC in detail. Frictional force means opposing force. Suppose you are dragging a body, you are applying a force on a body which is on a rough surface. When it is on a rough surface, the opposite force acts, that is called frictional force. You can see body is displaced in this direction. You are applying a force here. Body is displaced in this direction. Let us take, this is the displacement of the body, yes. So work done by applied force is positive. Work done by applied force is positive, F into S. Work done by frictional force, this is by applied force. Work done by applied force is positive. Work done by frictional force is negative. Why? Because angle between frictional force and displacement is 180 degrees. Very simple. Again we will explain in detail in your regular classes, but just we are giving an outline as a bridge course. So it is opposite direction, cos 180, here cos 0, here W is equal to F into S cos 0 here. Again work done by friction, it is minus F into S, how you are getting minus F into S cos 180, because they are opposite. You can observe this is the direction of force, this is direction of displacement. So in this case both positive work is there, negative work is there. Work done by applied force is positive, work done by frictional force is negative. You can take net force also. Net force is F minus F. Work done by net force also will be positive. So how we are getting negative and positive based on the theta values. Next, I will give a brief idea about energy. What is energy? Energy is the capacity to do the work. Energy is the capacity. Energy is the capacity to do the work. And there are two types of mechanical energies. One is potential energy, other one is kinetic energy. One is potential energy, other one is kinetic energy. First let us discuss potential energy. Energy definition is capacity to do the work. Capacity to do the work. So two types of energies in mechanics, one is potential energy, one is potential energy, other one is kinetic energy. What is potential energy? This you already studied in your 9th standard. What is potential energy? The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position is called potential energy. Because of its position, it is having energy, that is called as potential energy. Example, water stored in a overhead tank. Assume there is a tank, water is stored in it. Water is stored in it. Okay. Once you make some hole here, once you make some hole, water will drain out. Water has the capacity to do work coming down. Water is displaced. It is called potential energy. A stone in a stretched catapult or a stretched rubber band. You take a rubber band in that you keep one stone. Once you release, what happens? That stone is coming forward. That indicates what? Because of its position, it is having the energy. That energy we call it as potential energy. You can remember like this: P for position. Position. Because of the position, we are having energy, that is called potential energy. And next, there will be many examples. Suppose if a body is there lying on ground, if you lift it to a certain height h, you lift it to a certain height and you can catch it there. Once you release, it is coming down. Because of its position, it is having energy here. Once you release, it is coming down. That is called potential energy. Water stored in a dam, water stored in a overhead tank, and the stone in a stretched catapult is also an example for potential energy. Next is kinetic energy. Next is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. Fast moving bullet. Example, fast moving bullet. Fast moving bullet. A freely falling body. A freely falling body. A freely falling body. Water flowing in a river. Water flowing in a river. A vehicle in motion. A vehicle in motion. These are all examples for kinetic energy. Now here, what is the formula for energy? Formula for energy is similar to work. Work is equal to energy. Work done is stored in the form of energy. This is called work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So according to work energy theorem, work done is stored in the form of energy. Suppose if I lift a body from ground, I am doing some work. I am doing work against the gravitational pull of earth. So I am displacing it to a height h. So force is mg, h is in opposite direction, both are in opposite direction. Work done you will get minus mgh. Okay. This work done, once I release it from that height, because of my work done, it is having energy. Once I release it from that height, we will get energy. So work done is stored in the form of energy. Work done is stored in the form of energy. That is why work done is converted into energy. Once you give potential energy, once potential energy is there, that potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Once you release the body from certain height, before releasing it is having potential energy. Once you release, it is converted into kinetic energy, and energy disappears in one form, it reappears in another form without any loss. That is called as law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy. This is law of conservation of energy. Part of law of conservation. What is law of conservation of energy means? If total energy of a system remains constant. If energy disappears in one form, it reappears in another form without any loss. In case of freely falling body, when body is at a certain height, it is having only potential energy. Kinetic energy was 0 because there is no velocity. Formula for potential energy will get it as mgh, just now I told it is equal to mgh, and kinetic energy you will get half mv square. This derivation you will get in your PUC regular process. For time being you can remember kinetic energy is called half mv square. When body is at certain height, potential energy is mgh, kinetic energy is 0 because velocity was 0. Once you release it, it reaches at the midpoint. At the midpoint, it is at a height h from the ground, so it has potential energy. Potential energy will be there, and kinetic energy will also be there. Once it reaches ground, its height from the ground is 0, therefore potential energy approaches 0, whereas kinetic energy remains as half mv square. This is the understanding. So, energy disappears in one form, reappears in another form. Total energy of a system always remains constant. Total energy will be always constant. This is about energy. Next, let us give a small glance about power. What is power? Power is nothing but rate of doing work. Power is defined as rate of doing work. Rate of doing work is called power. Power is equal to energy by time or work by time or work by time, because both formulas are same. Work by time. Work is equal to, we can write this as F into S or Fs cos theta by time taken. So, this I can write it as F into S by T is velocity, Fv cos theta. This is power. Again, what you can write this? Force you can write it as mass into acceleration, ma into v into cos theta. So, this is formula for power. Power in terms of potential energy, we can write it as mgh by time. So, rate of doing work, how much work you are doing in how much time is called power. How much work you are doing in how much time is called power. And power in terms of kinetic energy, half mv square by time taken. This is power in terms of kinetic energy. So, how much work you are doing in how much time, the rate of doing work is called power. So, power is also a scalar quantity, work is also a scalar quantity, and energy is also a scalar quantity. And sometimes they will ask about efficiency of a engine. This is new word to you which is very important in solving the problems. Efficiency of a engine or efficiency of a body or efficiency of any system. We can write efficiency is equal to output power by input power. Output power divided by input power. That means in case of the engines, even in case of vehicle, you know mileage, how much petrol you are giving, how much mileage you are getting. Here also, if you pass 100 joules of electricity, it is not going to do 100 joules of work. Some amount of our energy is lost in order to overcome the friction between the different parts of the machine. So, for that reason output power will be less. Output power will be less, input power will be more. If output power is equal to input power, if output power is equal to input power, output power is equal to input power, then it is called ideal machine or ideal system. Output power is equal to input power. And next, if they give in percentage, this you have to multiply with 100. Suppose if I tell efficiency of a machine is efficiency is equal to 80%. That means its output power is 80, input power is 100. That means if you supply 100 joules per second, we are getting 80 joules per second. So, this is about work power energy. Thank you for joining me. Please note down the formulas.